Good morning, Indiana. Indiana, well, I am in Indiana, conducting a retreat for the Daughters of Charity. And that's why I'm glad to come to you from their place. Shout out to our Vincentians in Perryville, Missouri, especially those who are in need of healing. And I have a personal shout out to Stan and to Bill, to Clarence, and also a lot of you who just called in and asked for prayers. So we're thinking about you. So my inspiration for today, and it's always something that I'm thinking about now. Last week, we reflected upon going home. What a delightful experience that is. This is similar to that, what I've been thinking about. Because as I was driving down from Chicago to Evansville, I kept thinking how I was excited. I was excited to get back to work. This is the first major work that I've done since the pandemic started. And so it's been a real delight to be able to come and do a ministry that I love doing. The parish mission apostolate is my main ministry, but I also, like my brother, we conduct a lot of retreats for sisters and priests. And so that's where I am. And the reflection I have is that it's like going home, but it's returning to work. And I know that a lot of people right now, because they're being called back to work, are excited. I live in Lamont, and we're a community that is a commuter community. And next to the train station, there are hundreds of parking spaces. And they've been adding and adding all the time to this. And then when the pandemic hit, I didn't see 5 cars in all these empty lots. Just recently, before I came here to Indiana, the lot was starting to have cars again. People returning to work, getting on the train, going into Chicago. I was reading a story about the happiness of people being called back to work. And in Chicago, an institution, if it ever closed, a big part of the heart of Chicago, especially downtown, will die. And that place is the Palmer House. It was like the famous institution of a hotel. It's been around for a long time. And the manager was talking about how the joy he had in calling people back to work. And he said there were people on the other side of the phone who were jumping up and down. They were screaming, telling their family they were going back to work. They were returning to work. And they were excited about it. Thank God that the Palmer House is still open. I think about, places that have closed that you can't call people back to. A lot of restaurants have closed, and I feel bad about that. In Chicago, part of Chicago died when Riverview, this amusement park, closed. And I was thinking the pain, all the people that worked there that never could return to work. So I'm excited now about being able to return to work. And there's a joy and there's a wonderful feeling about it. And if you're not able to go back to your job or you don't work anymore, find something to return to that you had to give up for a while. We had to give up a lot of stuff. So return to something you've done and let that experience of coming back, it's as good as going home. But it's a nice feeling, and I hope you have that. And then when you do, come with a new excitement. It was a joy for me to begin this retreat. And I told the sisters that it was a joy. You know, I think about a lot of people coming back after a long period of absence. I was thinking about, I heard a story about, you know, the guy that would, you know, sit on the street, he was begging. And sure enough, he had his little can there for the coins, and he had the cane, you know, the red tip cane for the blind. And this lady who used to pass by it a lot, and she would always give something. She was so happy to see him back again. And she went over to put some money in the little coin bucket there. She dropped her handkerchief. And the guy picked over and picked it up and gave it to her. And you know, and she said, "Hey, I thought you were blind. You're not blind at all." "Oh, that's right, ma'am. You know, I'm kind of filling in for my brother. He wanted to take the day off." Well, that kind of return, still, it's kind of neat to see how she was excited about somebody like that returning to work. So I'm very happy for all the people who have been called back. My prayers are with those who have a job again. And find a way to return. It's just, to me, a nice experience. And I know while I'm on this retreat this week, as I return to work, I'm praying for your intentions. All those people who watch this video, you know, this for me, returning to work, gives me a chance to thank you for tuning in. You have. And I'm glad that you continue, and I will continue having coffee with you. So, as we always do, take out your mission prayer, and we can pray for some miracles that are needed. Divine Savior, transform me into yourself. May my hands be your hands. May my tongue be your tongue. Grant that every faculty of my body may serve only to glorify you. Above all, transform my soul and all its powers, that my memory, my will, and my affections may be in the memory, the will, and the affections of you. I pray you to destroy in me all that is not of you. Grant that I may live but in you, and by you, and for you, and that I may truly say with St. Paul, I live now, not I, but Christ lives in me. God bless. Thanks for watching. Have a nice week. Stay safe.